Hello and welcome to this presentation on the UCAS process. I'm Nicole and today I'll be talking you through UCAS and hopefully it will help you when applying to university. So I'm going to start off by talking you through the basics as to what UCAS is. It stands for the University and Colleges Admissions Service and it's a central body for all higher education admissions. You can apply for up to 5 courses and institutions within the normal cycle, plus 2 extra ones, and I'll explain that a little bit more later. You apply with your personal details and a personal statement. However, this presentation will focus on the details section. We've got another video that will cover your personal statement in a lot more detail. So this is the UCAS timeline, and as you can see it runs all year through. In early September, the applications for UCAS open. It's a good idea to have already started on your personal statement at this point, especially if you're applying for medicine, dentistry, veterinary science or Oxford or Cambridge, as this deadline is in mid-October. Usually, in mid-January, it's the deadline for equal consideration, and that means that if you apply before this point, universities have to consider you the same weighting as all the other applicants. In February, UCAS Extra applications open. In May, it's the deadline to respond to offers that have been made through the equal consideration deadline. You get a bit longer for your UCAS Extra applications. In July, UCAS Extra closes and clearing applications open. And in August your results are released, and if university conditions are met, enrolment begins. I'm now going to spend the rest of the presentation explaining all the stages so you've got a good grasp on the process. We'll start with equal consideration applications. The key information that you'll need is your name and date of birth as they are written on your official documents, such as your birth certificate. You'll need your email address, and please do be sure to use your personal email, not a school one, and also keep it professional, so don't use an email such as princesssparklypants@aol.com. Make sure it's professional. You'll need to talk about your educational achievements and employment history. Include information about any university outreach programs that you may have been a part of. These can include summer schools and other events. You'll also need an academic reference, someone who knows you and your work ethic, so this would likely be a teacher or tutor. You'll also need to think about the courses that you want to apply for. University can't see other choices until after you apply to your offers. As mentioned earlier, there are different application deadlines for medicine, dentistry and some veterinary courses, or if you're applying to Oxford or Cambridge. You can only apply for 4 options of medicine, dentistry, veterinary medicine or veterinary science, and you can usually only apply to either Oxford or Cambridge. With your courses, you can apply to 5 courses at the same institution, or 5 different institutions with the same course, or a mix of both. But you just have to keep in mind that you'll be using the same personal statement for all of your applications. There are a few things to remember. 1. You don't have to do your complete application in one sitting. 2. Do your research. The Complete University Guide website has additional in-depth information available to assist students in completing their UCAS form, including impartial advice on choosing courses. And 3. Get the easy bits done early so you don't have to worry. Next we'll be covering UCAS Extra, starting with what it is. If you've used all 5 of your choices and you're not holding any offers, you can add another choice using Extra. This is another chance for you to gain a place at university or college. If you're eligible for Extra during this period, you'll be able to apply to additional universities, one at a time. There are some things to note with UCAS Extra. Your first personal statement will be sent to the university. You may be asked by the institution to rewrite this and send it to them directly. If you receive an offer and accept it through Extra, you can't apply to another course. This means that you won't have an insurance choice. You can apply for a completely different course through Extra if you do change your mind. If you've already accepted a course through the normal process, you will have to decline all of your offers in order to apply through Extra. The last stage of applying through UCAS that we're going to look at is clearing. So what is it? Clearing opens in July and you can apply if you have your exam results and don't have any offers or wish to change your course. You will need to phone the institution and receive an informal offer. You can do this for more than one institution. After you have decided which course you would like to enrol onto, you'll need to add the course details to your UCAS track to confirm. The university will then confirm your place. As with the other processes, there's a few things to note. You can apply through clearing from July to October so long as you've got your exam results. Even though it's not very nice to think about, it's a good idea to have a clearing plan in place. Therefore, if you don't get the results you'd have hoped for, you've one less stress because you've already planned the actions that you're going to take. Always check that the institution has any vacancies on the course you'd like to enrol onto before you call them, and this is so you don't waste time on results day on hold. And if you already have an offer, you can decline the offer and enter clearing. So that's the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you found it useful. If you do want to find out more, make sure you do your research. Start with UCAS, What Uni and Discover Uni. Once you've whittled down your choices, look at the university websites. Think about your priorities. For example, the support that's on offer, where it's located, what you can get up to in the area. And make sure to check out our other videos, especially the one on personal statements. And check the links in the description below, as they're so useful.